Hey, what's going on, guys? Wired Gaming back again with some more Generation Zero. And today what we're going to be doing is going over a few ways that you can set yourself up materials wise for the resistance / base building update. Now, we don't know too much about it. We don't know what materials we're going to need, but we have seen a little image. We know at least 3 that we will need, and we can pretty much take a guess at a few of the other ones. It's pretty straightforward. It's going to be a quick video. We're going to show you pretty much the ways that you can stock up materials without having the materials, basically, through either weapons or any other means that have a high yield. Now, we're going to need a lot for this, and I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more introduced that we won't be able to get up until the actual release. So that does make things a little bit more annoying, because then we've got to wait for them and hunt for them on the day, so we won't be able to jump straight into the actual building aspect. But it's fine, you know, it's more stuff to loot, it's more to do, and I'm buzzing. I'm so excited. This will pretty much get you the best start that you can have towards the materials, and hopefully the every other aspect as well, in regards to the wave defense and all the other funky stuff. Now, before we start, obviously, if you've seen my last video, you will know that I am now an ambassador. Oh, yeah, I finally got something really cool in the pipeline. I am now a brand ambassador for a company called ALPHARIGS. Now, the link down below is an affiliate link. You can check that out. Use code WIREDGAMING for 10% off. These guys do some awesome bits for your setup, and also help out a lot of children's charities. So if you want to support the channel, check that link out. And if you want to help somebody out, check it out too. But that being said, let's jump in and go over a few ways that you can get prepared for the Resistance update. So at the moment, there's not too many resources that we know for certain that we're going to be able to use in this. But this guide will pretty much give you a rundown of everything that I think we're going to need, that we can possibly get in the game right now. Now, as we've seen already, we are going to need adhesive, titanium, and steel. Those are 3 things that we will 100% need, because we saw them in that quick image. Now, obviously, as I've pointed out before in the images, we're going to need wood and rope as well, which at the moment we cannot get. I would definitely recommend having a big chunk of steel, titanium, and adhesive. At least 500 of each to start off with. Explosive is good for ammo and other little bits, but I don't think we're going to need it for the base building aspect. I'm not going to lie. Rubber and plastic, potentially, but do not fear. Everything that we're going to be doing today will get all of those things. Rubber, plastic, titanium, adhesive, and steel. So to start off with, something very simple. Rivals and Reapers. Farm them like absolutely, just like you've never farmed them before. These guys are a great, like, mad. I mean, I love it. The amount of resources that these guys can give, and the chance for the experimental weapon. Now, if you've got spare experimental weapons, oh man, you will hit in the jackpot for materials, I'm telling you. Those things just drop like mad. Now, hunters, perfect. The harvester is one of the best machines for material farming, especially because you can just shoot the crap out of all the hunters and then farm them like mad. Get loads and loads of resources out of them before you even kill the harvester. But we're going to do a little bit more on that later on. There's a nice little farm that we'll go over. Now, just keep pounding them. Keep pounding them. If you have got a Reaper, definitely 110%. Take him out. Just keep farming the crap out of Reapers up until launch day. Because if you can get more experimental weapons behind you, not even to use or dismantle instantly, if you're full of resources that you can't dismantle, then they're just a great way to hold on to them. Stick them in your mule character or in your plunderer, whatever it is. Just keep a hold of spare experimentals. What I'll show you now, we'll dismantle these 2 and just show you the amount of resources that you'll get from dismantling them. It is absolutely ridiculous. But if this is full, once again, keep them in your plunderer, keep them with your mule character. As you can see, 14 adhesive, 28 plastic, 7 titanium, 7 aluminium, and 4 tungsten. That is a hefty amount of resources. The shotgun, 8 adhesive, 16 steel, 4 titanium, aluminium 4, tungsten 2. Now, for a standard gold gun, I haven't got any on me. You're not even looking at half of that. For a 5 crown, it's not even close. And you're not going to be getting all the beastly resources as well. So always bear that in mind. Just farm the crap out of them. Hold on to as many experimentals as you possibly can. If you can't dismantle them straight away, stick them in a mule, stick them in your plunderer, make room, whatever it takes. Hold on to them because they are a great source of materials. So besides machines, another great farming method for materials are these boxes here. They will get you a couple of weapons, which are great. Same as all these little ones. Little ones are great, mainly for ammo, but you can always dismantle that as well. But the best thing about them is obviously the weapons. You've got loads of chances you can get real good stuff. Sometimes you can just get crap. But either way, they are always good for dismantling. Mainly for steel, which once again is something that I feel like we're going to need a hell of a lot of. That and wood. But obviously we cannot get wood at the moment. So, giggity. So steel is definitely the one that we're going to want to be farming for. Steel, plastics, and things like that. So these loot boxes are really good. If you come to the crater in the middle of the island, there's, what, 4 or 5 in there? So definitely a great little starting point. And they're also on a 4-hour in-game loop. So once you've done those 4 hours in-game, you can go back and just farm it again. For me, this is just something that I've been doing recently just to get my materials up alongside fighting machines. It works really well. It's simple as well, you know. Occasionally you'll come in here and get a tank or 2 as well, which is quite helpful. That's an extra bit of scrap and ammo that you're going to need. So always recommend just go for the boxes. Obviously the late game players are going to have all the weapons already. But do you have a large chunk of weapons that you can just recycle whenever you want willy-nilly? If you don't, then now's the time to get that nice stock behind you. If you haven't got enough room in your storage to actually dismantle them, then don't. Stick them in the plunderer. Or, better yet, if you've got a mule character, stick all the old weapons in there, and then as and when you need them, you can pull them out and just recycle them. So that brings me to my next point, which is farming the crap out of schematics. Now, I've put the link down in the description below, so you can go grab yourself all of these schematics for ammo and equipment. Apparel, not really, it doesn't really matter too much, because we're not really going to need them for much towards the update, really. But yeah, ammo, we're going to need, it's just going to save you that little bit of time, so you're not pretty much running out, going mad for ammo every time you do a wave, and then you can sort of build up off of the dead machines, which will really, really help speed things up. So you'll always have, if you start off with a nice baseline, then you've got a nice consistent flow to get from the machines, and you're not really going to be going too mad on running out and farming like mad before you can do the next wave. Now, as well as ammo schematics, make sure you go out and get the medkit ones. At the moment, we've just got the 3 for the simple, standard, and advanced first aid kits. But once again, that's going to save you a hell of a load of time. Between rounds, you're not going to have to run out, grab meds, or take them out of your plunderer. If you've got these schematics, you'll be able to build it on the fly, and then you've got it so you can just literally smash out wave after wave after wave, which is what we're going to want to do, right? I mean, as soon as this releases, I know that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be just beating the crap out of these machines as hard and as fast as I can. I am buzzing. Oh. Now, we know a wave defense mode is coming, so we are going to need a hell of a lot of ammo. A hell of a lot. The best place to get this is bunkers. These little huts here, there's loads in the airfield. Basically, these green boxes with the triangle on the front. Always a good place for ammo. If you've got armor piercing, grab that. For me, personally, I prefer 7.62, so I grab everything and dismantle that, which again is another real good way of bringing a load of resources in. If you dismantle armor piercing, they get you the best sort of yield. They are the best things to dismantle. As you can see there, for that you will get 2 explosive and 1 copper. Now, there we go. 2 explosive and 1 lead for standard. Now, obviously, as you can see, there are required resources. So once you've done a fair bit of farming, you can then break all these down. Armor piercing, once again, yields the best resources. Explosive and copper are quite hard to come by. Lead is the same as well. So if you do pick up, if you've got that extra room, I'd recommend just taking everything. Empty your character, go on a mad farming run for ammo, get a hell of a load of it, bish bash bosh, you've got it there. And you can dismantle it for a nice old chunk. And once again, we're going to go over to schematics in a second. You'll be able to get those schematics and craft your own ammo, which is going to allow you for a lot more playtime on the actual building aspect rather than farming everything if we do all the farming now. So, a great resource farm is harvesters. They're really simple. Just, let him spawn his hunters. Now, these guys can use some great resources. The higher the class, the better the resources. You want to be farming really Apocalypse class. You can get some pretty decent stuff out of the Phoenix as well. The only reason I'm going for this one is because he's a rival, so he'll stay alive for longer, and you can just keep battering the other guys, which is great. It's just pretty much unlimited, providing he keeps respawning. Now, they respawn, the Phoenix will respawn 3 hunters at a time. Military will respawn 2. Oh, bugger. And the prototype will respawn 1. Now, the Apocalypse class, he will respawn 4. Now, you can get tungsten, aluminium, loads of great stuff out of those guys. So make sure you just farm the crap out of harvesters and hunters. It works really, really well. Next up, you want to be farming adrenaline shots and medkits like there is no tomorrow. These things are perfect, and you're really, really going to need them for this wave defense. We don't know how it's going to work. If you get knocked down or die, does that mean it ends the mission? Or will it be like the protecting Cal's truck, where if you die, you just have to go back to the truck and then continue from there? We don't really know, so I would just suggest getting a load of meds and adrenaline kits behind you. Once you've got a nice amount as well, the adrenaline shots will give you a hell of a load of materials for when you dismantle them. Medkits, not really so much. Now, if you haven't as well, make sure you grab the schematic for meds, because that'll help you out and pretty much get you a shit ton of meds nice and easily. They're pretty easy to make. Unfortunately, there is no schematic for the adrenaline shot as of yet, which is unfortunate. But they do dismantle for a big old chunk, so definitely worth checking them out. And if you haven't got any of the schematics that we've talked about so far, the links are all in the description below, as well as another little farming guide that I did quite a while back. But it still works, and it's pretty much for every material in the game. So let's move on. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it from me. I hope this has helped, and there is plenty more little bits that you can do as well. All the links are down in the description for the things we've talked about, and there's a few extra ones in there as well that might help you. If it does help you, make sure you drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. There is plenty more Generation Zero to come. But for today, that is all from me. I've been Wired, you've been awesome. Thanks for watching. Peace.